Hi, this is Heather Derome from heatherderome.com and from the sonatasandpartitas.com. Today I want to look at the exposition from the G minor fugue. We're just going to start by looking at the subject here. The subject is the tune, and in the exposition you hear the subject in the tonic and then in the dominant. It's called the answer, tonic, dominant, alternating like that. Subject, answer, subject, answer. So here, I want to start by looking at this, because I think we can all agree that that's just a decoration of that note. And then we have, and I think we can agree that that's just a decoration of that note. Hits it from above, from below, and then it lands on it. And before all that happens, we've got 3 repeated notes and an appoggiatura, which resolves a step down. And you'll hear later on, every time that subject comes up, that 4th repeated note is really a note that's falling to a step below. It's a dissonant note. It's really meant to be that one. So you could look at the subject, if you take away all the decorations, 3 repeated notes, that note, and that note. And then if you even want to take, this is just a passing note, you could take that out and you're left with that, which is an outline of the G minor chord. So the subject is very focused on outlining the tonic chord. Now let's look at the answer. What's happening here? Because it should be in the dominant. That's D or D7 in the key of G minor, and there's nothing about this that says D or D7. So when Bach composed, he composed using the rule of the octave to harmonize things. And basically the rule of the octave is a system whereby you can write a scale of bass notes, and above each bass note there's rules and recommendations of which intervals to place. Now if you have the 4th scale degree in the bass, in G minor that's a C, the rule of the octave states that you want a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th. And that's what we've got here. So Bach's answer is not in the dominant, it's actually in the subdominant. And there's our dissonant note, resolving. And again, now it's resolving again to the 4th in the bass because we're around C. We've got F in the bass. That would want a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th. We've got the root in the 6th, and we just let go of the 3rd. And then, what's happening here? Suddenly we have E flat major 7. If you play an E flat and a D natural, that's the interval of a major 7th, and your brain will fill in the other missing notes, and you will assume that it's an E flat major 7 chord. Well, this note, again, is an appoggiatura. It resolves there. And now, here we've got the subject coming up again, but it's on G again, just like it was here. It's on G again. And C minor. So instead of having subject, answer, Bach has gone subject, answer, answer up an octave, and back to the subject. And now let's look at what he does on the dissonant 4th one. Well, we've got the 2nd in the bass. Now the 2nd also wants a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th. So we've got this 4th resolves to the 3rd. And we've got the 6th, and it's going to fall to the 5th here. Do you see that? And going on, here we have, this is the cadential formula in C minor. 1, 6, 4 to 5 to 1. Now we're leaving C minor. The C in the bass turns into the 7th of a D7 chord. Resolve back to G minor. And the 4th repeated note is an A minor chord. So we have again a 2 to 5 to 1 in G minor. So we started off with the subject in G minor and an answer in C minor, and then another answer in C minor, 1, 6, 4 to 5 to 1, D7, and the subject back in G minor. G minor, 2, 5, 1. And that's the end of our exposition. So I hope you find that helpful. I find it really helps me to understand, if I can understand the structure of something and understand like where are the chords and what are the decoration notes. It really helps me play it more musically. And it also helps me be able to hear and follow the inner voices. Like, for example, here, if you hear this as an E flat major 7 chord, it's different than if you hear this note as an appoggiatura. And you hear it resolving down like that. Some people find it works well to talk about imagery. If I was going to talk about this piece in imagery, I would say it sounds like a boat in a storm. It's really frantic, it's busy, everyone's got their job and they're doing it. Every now and then there's a clash, but it's all good in the end. It's got a lot of organization and a lot of tension. But somebody else might say it sounds like flowers in the spring. If you asked Bach, he would say it's just all for the glory of God. So I find that talking in imagery, it's hard to really help a student with that. But I do find that for myself and to help people, it really helps to know like how the thing is all sort of held together. It's like a building and you've got pillars and gargoyles, and you can't play a gargoyle as if it was a pillar kind of thing. So I hope you found this helpful. Let us know what you think at sonatasandpartitas.com.